Hey guys, it's the Meme King. Today I'm actually going to be showing you how to deck build and how to mix decks. So I'm going to be decking one of my favorite decks, and then something I wanted to try. We're going to take Mekk-Knights and mix them with artifacts, which doesn't have too much synergy, as that's something you're looking for in deck building. So the only real synergy is artifacts help with columns, which Mekk-Knights need. And you wanna, when you deck building, you wanna deal with ratios, which, let's take Mekk-Knights. So, you don't just wanna throw in 3 of everything. That doesn't really work. So, you wanna throw in like 3 of the good ones. As an example, purple. Purple is the searcher of the deck. This card, when you can tribute it, banish it, or tribute a Mekk-Knight to banish, banish a Mekk-Knight, go search any other card that's not purple Nightbolt. So, as an example, you banish it, search blue. Search Indigo, Girsu, any one of, well, not the links, but any one of the main monsters you can search. So you want that at 3. You want searchers, and then this card is a starter because, 1, it sends from graveyard, which is already phenomenal. But it gets you a token. It makes 2 tokens, one on your side, one on their side, which can be used for columns. So, as an example, user's effect, make a token in front of the link zone, and on yours, turn that into a link variable. There's a free column off 1 monster. It's really nice. So you want 3 of those. Now, and then you want searchers, which that's a starter. This is purple and blue sky are the searchers. This card says, let's say you have, your opponent has 2 in a column. You can try to summon this, and then go search Mekk-Knight monsters up to the number in that column. So 2. Or sometimes you get 1. If this card is someone, you can add Mekk-Knight Mekk-Knight monsters except this card. So you want that at 3 because that lets you see the rest of your deck. Now, this isn't always the case. Like, there's different starters in different decks. Predator plants have a couple different ones. They have searchers. You want to try and maximize on the searchers, starter, and anything else to get there. So I'll show you that in a little bit. So 3 of those are pretty much standard ratios. You can cut these down to 1. You can cut, and if you're gonna cut anything, you can cut probably a Girsu down to 2. But for the rest of them, this one isn't really needed. This one just helps recycle as long as it's in the same column for attacking. So when an attack is declared involving this cut on an opponent's monster, you can target 1 Mekk-Knight, add it to your hand. That's not really useful. Because it's 2100 attack, it's not going to go nowhere. And Orange Sunset doesn't do anything. Doesn't really do anything. So you don't really have to play either one of those. Now, Indigo is nice in the front. You don't need to max on it. That's just, it. All it really does is it moves Mekk-Knights around, which is good, don't get me wrong. But 1 to 2 is your best bet. Otherwise, it's kind of sits there, it doesn't search, it doesn't get you anywhere, it just helps you get stuff out of the way to shove more monsters on board. So for this build, I'm gonna do 1, but you can do 2. Now, red and yellow, personally, some people play them. I love to play them because they're not a starter and not a searcher, but they have utility in terms of they can pop a monster that it points to. If it's in the same column, you can banish 1 Mekk-Knight to pop a monster. It can be itself, it can be the one across from it, and you can use Indigo to move it around, which is some nice synergy. Synergy, utility, and honestly, that's kind of really, well, no, that doesn't really work. Because you don't just want to throw everything in that can mesh with this, or that can have utility, because you kind of got to pick and choose what works for your deck. So pick an idea. So for this deck, I'm going to pick an idea where I want the Mekk-Knights to be the main focus and have artifacts back it up. You want to build on that. So whenever you start to make a deck, you want to have a theme in mind or an idea of what do you want your deck to do. Like, as an example, do I want to have my artifacts be summoned more? Do I want to Have Mekk-Knights be the main focus and have artifacts back it up. Take Predaplants. Do I want to do a combo variant where I just fuse as much as possible and overpower the opponent? Do I want to do a little bit more control with some other stuff? What do you want to do? You want to pick an idea of what you want your deck to do, and then you build off of that. And I'll show you more as that goes on. So I'm going to do 1 red, and yellow is a spell and trap removal. It's really nice. Same concept as the red one. Banish 1, banish Mekk-Knight, pop a spell or trap. So I'm going to do one of those. That's the monster engine. Now, for these are varied. And you'll see what some people play 2, some play 3. For this build, I want 2, but you could do 3. Because this card is really neat. It has a couple different things. Some people realize, some don't. So, 1. It's a link summoned. You can discard a Mekk-Knight card. Not Mekk-Knight monster or World Legacy card, my bad. Go search a World Legacy card from your deck to your hand. Add secrets, whispers, key, memories. Any one of those. It's really nice as a searcher for the spells and traps, which is really nice. So normally you want to max it, but it depends on what kind of deck you're building. If you're playing pure Mekk-Knights, you can max on it. If you're doing a hybrid like me, 2 to 3. So I'm going to do 2. And now this is a 1 of. Even on pure build, it's a 1 to 2 of. It's nice in the fact that you can destroy a card on the same column that's your own. Go special summon a Mekk-Knight in defense to the zone it points to, which is nice in that regard. It's just it doesn't see much play because you don't go into it too much. So I'm gonna do 1. Abramax is nice. That's just a free, nice body. It protects from battle, and if it's destroyed, you can shuffle. It's really nice, but it's a 1 of. Now, for the support card, you could say, we're going to do World Legacy Chalice, which this card is nice is, 1, it has an actual monster effect. Now, some people use, some people don't. The monster supposed to come from the action deck, except during the damage step. You can tribute this card, send it to the graveyard. So, they say they summon Predapet Anaconda. Tribute it, send it to the graveyard. But its second effect is what you really like in terms of Mekk-Knights. So during the main phase, except when it's sent there, let's say I sent there first turn, I can use this effect on this next turn. You can banish it, add 1 World Legacy card from your deck to your hand. Memories, secrets, whispers, key. It's a 1 of though. I mean, you don't really do 2. You could do crown. I've seen people do arm. Or even World 1 into something, just to put it back into your hand. Or into the deck. It's up to you personally. Now, 1 key, because key, 1, it helps. Let's say you have Chalice. It's banished. Key says, yo, add a Mekk-Knight World Legacy card from banished to your hand. So, you play this, add this back, summon this, ditch it. Oh, there you go, next turn. Free use again. It's really nice. It's a 1 of though, because otherwise it doesn't really do much. It stops traps, but that's about it. So it's really just a 1 of. Now the next one we want is memory. Memories are 2 to 3, depending on if you're doing pure or not. Pure, I do 3. It lets you summon a Mekk-Knight from deck. But if you do, you can't summon anything else except for Mekk-Knights. So you summon purple, summon Girsu, dump, or search. We usually do that on your opponent's turn so you're not locked. So for this specific build, I'm going to do 2. Secrets is the monster. Negate. Do 2 secrets because it also revives a level 5 or higher monster. Keyword is it doesn't say Mekk-Knight, so you can revive this or anything else. So I'm going to do 1 of those, and 1 whispers is the spell negate. When this card is activating, target 1 level 5 or higher monster gains 1,000 attack. Negate any spells that activates in the Mekk-Knight in a column of Mekk-Knight monster you control. And then 1 succession, because that just says target a monster in graveyard supposed to summon to a zone your link monster points to. I'm gonna save this. Now that takes care of the Mekk-Knight side, and we're on an even 20. Now if we go to artifact, there's a lot of artifacts. Some we want to play, some we don't. The main ones we want to play is 1 to 2 Dagdo, and I'll explain what that does in a second. This one is really nice. It's the new Link monster. 2 monsters with different names. Very easy to pull off. If an effect of another card on the field is activated, so let's say you activate this and play Succession. You can chain this card where you can set one artifact from your hand or deck to the spell, because artifacts are neat in the fact that they can set themselves as a spell and trap, which helps with columns. It's really neat. But destroy it during your opponent's end phase. If this linked card is destroyed, it's supposed to one artifact from your graveyard. It's really nice. I'm gonna do 2 because we are playing an artifact engine now. The artifacts we want to do: 1 Durandal, which is kind of neat. It takes 2 level 5s, which Blue Sky is a level 5. It's really neat. Once per turn, you can activate one of these. When a monster effect is activated, or a normal spell and trap, keyword is normal spell and trap, detach, and that becomes destroy 1 card. Destroy 1 spell and trap your opponent controls. So let's say I activate this. All right, and they I don't know, do Twin Twisters. No, not Twin Twisters. Upstart Goblin. That's a normal spell and trap. You can chain this. That effect becomes, hey, you know what? Destroy one of my set cards. It could be an artifact. It could be Awaken the Dragon. It could be anything, but it changes the effect so they don't get it. Whatever they activate, they don't get it. Or its second effect, each player with a hand shuffles their entire hand of the deck and draws that same number. So let's say you don't like your hand, right? It's a full brick. Use this card, shuffle it back, draw the same note. It's a 1-of though. Now, for the artifacts, we want 3 Sanctum, which this card special summons any artifact from your deck. Scythe, Aegis, I don't know how to say that name, I'm sorry. Achilles, I'm calling you Achilles. Lancia, Moralitage, any one of them, special summons. And if they, let's say they destroyed it, you get a free pop. It's really nice. And I'm also going to do Artifact Ignition, because it's really, I'm going to do 3 of each. Now, there's one more thing I need to remind you of when you're deck building. You're not going to get it right the first time. So test as much as you can. Test out different kinks, ratios. Like, let's say you don't like 3 artifact. You do some testing, play a couple games. You can test this, take out one of these. I don't like it. Take out one. Or you don't need whispers, take it out. It's all about testing and tweaking it to where you are happy with it. So let's add that back. Okay, so sort this. Save. I'm gonna try 3 of each for now. Now, for the artifact side, I want 3 Lancia, 2 Scythe, and Morale. You know what? No, we'll do it this way. We'll test it out like this. Now, what this does, it's really neat. If you have an artifact monster in your deck, target 1 spell and trap on the field, destroy that target. If you do, set 1 artifact from your deck to the spell. If this card, as a spell. This card is in its own position destroyed by an opponent, you skip their next battle phase. So let's say, as an example, they do Twin Twisters. Target this, and I don't know, a Lancia, right? You chain this, destroy the Lancia. No, sorry, you chain this. Just destroy target Twin Twisters, set this. Alright? And there you go. And if it's destroyed, your opponent skips the next battle phase. It's really neat. I'm gonna try this at 3 of. Now, I don't really like the other ones aren't bad. This one lets you draw every time you summon an artifact. This one protects. This one doesn't really do anything. I'm gonna try it like this. And this is artifact only. Target 2 artifact you control, XYZ. Not really needed. Now, as you can see, we need an extra deck, side deck, and 8 more cards. Now, this is where we add some utility, some support, or just ways to help get your stuff go off. So as a called by, because that stops hand traps. We could add some hand traps, but I kind of want this to be a bit more of a going first / second. So I'm gonna add Monster Reborn, because that's always nice. Help steal a monster. And now we're gonna do actually we're gonna do the Destiny package. which is nice. So it's one of these and one dash, and then one phoenix. We'll do 3 fusion destiny, fusion, oops, because that helps us destiny. Because this way, if we are forced to go first, which Mekk-Knights do have an issue with, we at least have something instead of just pass. But that's kind of what I like the artifacts for. Is let's say you go first, you set Sanctum, Memories, and let's say you have a DP. That Sanctum turns into a Scythe, and the Memories turns into a purple. So you chain Scythe first, and then you chain Memories, because after Memories resolves, you're locked into Mekk-Knights. And we'll just do an Upstart Goblin. Alright, because that lets you draw, the opponent gets 1,000, you draw 1 card. This way we have some going first potential in these two, and this, and then if we go second, we have, at least this is a hand trap technically, but we're going to more want to break the board. Now, I'm going to do the side deck. Side deck is stuff you want to side in going game 2 or game 3. Well, more than likely game 2. So, stuff to help break the board, which would be Storming Mirror, not Storming Mirror Voice, sorry. Lightning Storm. There it is, Lightning Storm. So we want 3 of those because that helps break boards. We're also going to do 3 Dark Ruler because that helps negate the board. And then we'll do 3 Evenly because again, it helps crack the board, which is what we want because Mekk-Knights are usually about going second to break the boards. Now, if we do have to go first, you know what? We can actually be a little bit spicy. In the form of Torrential is really nice to help break boards and end your opponent's turn. Now we have the last 3 cards. So we're gonna want, let's say Dust Tornado, which is, yeah, not Dust Tornado, sorry. Heavy this one right here, Heavy Dust Storm. Up to, because that way if you just get like, let's say you get 2 of these. You know what, well, yeah, just 2. You can pop this. That way you get 2 specials and you're lucky to put it out of VD. And you can banish Lancio. Stop banish. So we're going to add the last card. So this way we have 2 board breakers. Well, technically 3 in the form of Evenly. We make them go second. We side these in. Something to go first and something to help remove cards. Now for ED. You want utility. So Nightmare Phoenix, Spells and Traps, Unicorn, easy to make. Access, because this helps again when pop cards. We're gonna do 2 lib because this is really neat. Alright, we're gonna do 2 of these. This has a couple effects. Can only be linked summon if you have a World Legacy card. This one, Chalice, Memories, Key, Secrets, Whispers, any one of those will work. Alright. And then during the main phase, you can set 1 World Legacy trap directly from your deck. It cannot be activated while you have no World Legacy monsters. So, as an example, go Lib, right? And link away for Lib. You can, and you have Chalice in Graveyard. You can set Succession and then activate it, and that gets you another body. Or set Secrets for next turn, Whispers, Memories, any one of those. It's really neat. And if you link away with it, let's say you use this and a Gear Suit. Link away for this. You can then shuffle keyword, shuffle 1 card on the board. It doesn't target, none of that. You want to link Karibo, because it gets rid of the token that's summoned. For our last card, I'm going to do a little bit unorthodox. Black Luster Soldier. It's something you don't really go into too much, but this card is a link summoned with using level 7 or higher, which are most of those. Cannot target it, and it cannot be destroyed by card effects. When it destroys opponent's monster by battle, gain 1500, make a second attack, banish 1 card on the field. Now, that's how you do a bit of a hybrid. I didn't explain everything because it's always a little bit different for each deck, but the basics is synergy, utility, and what you want your deck to do. Because you don't just want to throw cards together and hope it works. That doesn't work too well. You always want a bit of an idea or like a theme in mind of what you'd like to do, and you can build off of it. Now, as an example, I'm gonna go do a couple test duels, and I will be right back. Alright, and we're back with the duel. I'm actually doing my friend. And I'm gonna be seeing how it runs. Now, again, like I said earlier, you want to test as much as you can and as often as you can. Work out, like, let's see, I don't like this card. Cut it down or take it out. It's all about testing and fine tuning it until it's where you are satisfied. So, if you don't, let's say I don't like playing two lanes here, or two scythe, or whatever it is. Go back in editing and cut it out. And we'll go second for this. Alright? Let's see what we get. Now, this actually would have been a great going first hand. We have Sanctum, like Secrets, Destiny, Upstart, and Purple. Oh, Girsu got even better. Okay, so we're gonna want to go Girsu. Alright? Girsu over here. Alright, now Girsu will send Chalice. And then they'll make tokens, set up columns. Assuming it's okay at first. Alright. So we'll give them this. Put that right there and make this. Okay. And right there, now we have a column of 2. And we can remove this. I'm going to do it like this to set up a little bit more column advantage for Link Karibo. And then we're going to want, we can summon it right there because there's 2 in another column. We declare its effect, this will again, like I said, this will search. Assuming he just has nothing, so we're going to search. Add blue effect, which will get us 2 searches. There's 2 in the column. We're going to grab indigo and red. And now we can set this, summon, use its effect, move, summon that. That's how that works. Unless you make more columns. Okay, and we'll do this. Give them 1,000, they gain 1,000 first, and then we draw a card. Oh, sorry, we draw a card first. Oh. Okay. What? Okay. Oh. I hadn't destroyed anything, though. Oh, well. I was gonna anyway. Just link these 2 away and use its effect to banish. But this is not bad, actually. Because this way, this would have been nice going first. What does this one do? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. We will link these 2 away for a lib and use its effect. Well, since we have both of these, we can grab I don't know. This one? Whispers? And we'll banish. Okay, now we can do Link Away. Honestly, we'll Link Away for Unicorn. And we'll do Live Effect. Just Live. Shuffling this one. That way we still have a zone to summon Mekk-Knights and do. Okay, and now we go Fusion Destiny. I feel kind of bad because I don't think he was expecting Mekk-Knight Artifact, because I just asked for a duel. I didn't tell him what we were playing because I wanted it to be a bit of a surprise. Put that right there. And we'll go BP. Attack. We'll attack with these two. Okay, now we'll set one and pass. This way, again, we have a Whispers, Sanctum, and Secrets. Oh. One Whispers. Indigo. Targeting. Declare. And move. It stops the spell. Okay. I don't think we need to side anything. Mine is key. And we'll just keep it in. Normally we decide like Lightning Storm, Heavy Dust, but I think we're okay. Alright, what is he gonna make us go first or second? Go first. Hopefully I can just see what this deck can do going first. And that's this is a bit of an issue, however it's not, you can only fix it so much because Mekk-Knight's kind of inherently brick, so we'll just set one, set two, and pass. Sadly, though, this is a nice setup for next turn, but for now we can't do anything. I was hoping to get like a Sanctum or something, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. I might cut down on the Mekk-Knights because I like seeing them, don't get me wrong. But I don't want to see this. But again, that's what testing is all about. You figure out what you like and what you don't like. What you don't see as much or what you do see as much. Sure. Okay, that's yeah, that's fine. It's 1400 because of the attack boost from Amazona's Village. And this is Queen Amazonas. Mine's gonna be struck by battle. Alright. Memories. Okay. We're gonna go. That's nice. Blue Sky Effect. Okay, now we want red and Girsu. The reason I picked Girsu was we can normal summon it. Effect. Oop, wrong way. We don't get the tokens, but that's okay. I'm gonna go Lib. need to get this. Will just level it. Okay. I have secrets. I'll just get succession. Use succession. Targeting this special. Then we'll link it away. For unicorn. Shuffle this and you can discard. And that. The spell and the monster, because I don't like either one of those. And then this one. Okay. Now, we still have a column. So we can do this. And then I already used that purple, which is fine. We'll just go BP. What does this do? What's the yeah, okay. One of those. So this one's nifty and yeah, this gets banished. Okay. I take 200. It gets banished. Then I attack. Alright, we'll go battle. Set this. And we'll pass turn. I feel like I might have messed up. Because purple's only a once per turn. Purple is only a once. We'll just summon this one in defense. I feel like, because you can only summon Mekk-Knights once per turn. By the hand. So I feel like I misplayed. I'll take a look at that. But, just to know, make sure you read your cards, otherwise you don't know what they do. And I haven't opened too many artifacts, which is fine, and obviously that's not what I wanted the deck to do. I still might cut down a purple, which is kind of ridiculous because of how good it is. But I don't like seeing more than, well, multiple. Oh no, sorry, that got ditched off a unicorn, that's what it was. And that lets us search still for next turn. This lets us special. We'll special yellow. Yeah, because yellow returns. We can banish this. Okay, what do you do? Oh, forgot about that. Okay. This is kind of weird. And this gets banished. Onslaught's a neat card. This also gets banished. Oh boy, okay. Probably should have banished yellow. And then during standby phase, this one comes back. It's a mandatory effect. The others don't, though. Okay, we'll go blue. Special, normal. Get rid of both of these. For live. Effect. We will. Okay, we will. Well, we were gonna set whispers. Sadly, I didn't get to show you too much of the artifact side, but this at least lets you see some of it. If you want me to play any specific decks or deck ideas and I can help show you how to build them, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that little notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.